Hey, how's it going? Just wanted to check that you were still good for this weekend.
Hi. Yeah, of course I am. I didn't think I had the option of saying no.
You don't, but I just wanted to double check. My mom would probably have a hissy fit if you weren't there for her birthday.
Yeah, I bet. We really need to figure out what to get her before it's too late. Has she mentioned that she wants anything lately? I don't want to get her something generic like flowers or chocolate or anything.
Not that I can remember. She's probably fine with anything.
I'm not too sure about that. Have you already forgotten about what she did last year? We got her a pair of new hiking shoes because she said she wanted to be healthier and get out in nature more. The second she opened the box, she asked if we kept the receipt because she wanted to return them. I was super embarrassed, and I want to avoid that again if possible.
Yeah, that was kinda awkward. But at least she was honest and probably got what she wanted in the end. She's kind of a hard person to shop for. She gave up on the hiking hobby pretty quick and hasn't said anything about what she's into recently. Although she did ask me about whiskey the other day. She had a really nice one at a party a little while back and wanted to know if I've ever had it. She couldn't remember the name, but she said it was something like Old Man, Happy Grandpa, Father Time, something like that.
Maybe we can surprise her by getting her a bottle of that. I can do some research and try and find out what she was talking about.
Good idea. If you have some time today, take a look and I can pick it up on my way home.
Sounds good. I hope it doesn't turn out to be some super expensive rare whiskey. Then we'd be back at square one.
Yeah, I hope so too. Although I can't imagine my mom drinking something super high-end. Anyway, let me know and I can go when I finish. I gotta get back to work now.
Wait, I think I got it! There's one called Old Grandpa. It's pretty affordable, and I think the liquor distributor would probably have it.
Awesome. I'll pick it up on the way home then. Thanks for searching.
Finally, you two are here! What took you so long?
Sorry, there was a huge accident on the highway. Traffic was backed up for miles.
It was so crazy. I've never seen traffic so bad. When we passed the cars, they were still on fire.
Sounds very dangerous. Well, I'm glad you got here safely. Thanks, Mom. But more importantly, happy birthday!
Yes, happy birthday. Thank you very much for inviting us for your birthday dinner.
Thank you both very much. How have things been with both of you lately?
Everything is good with me. Work has been really crazy lately. We just lost one pretty senior project manager, so we're all trying to help out to make up for being one person down.
I've been pretty busy too. We have some new interns that are doing more harm than good. No hard feelings though. I know they're just trying to learn. Doesn't make it any less stressful though. I see. Sounds like both of you need to get jobs that have better organization.
It's not that. It's just the project manager that left was sick and needed to take medical leave. Otherwise, the company I work for is a pretty well-oiled machine.
You should always try and seek out better pay. Money rules the world. Okay. Sure, we'll try and do that. Anyway, did you decide what you want for dinner? Well, it's my birthday, so I want to have something fancy. Let's go to Miller's Steakhouse. That place is super expensive. Are you sure you want to go there? Of course I do! It's not like I'll be paying. It's my birthday, so I expect you'll be picking up the tab. I mean, of course we will. But I was just making sure. Don't tell me you're having money issues. Is that the problem? You can't afford it.
No, it's no problem. We aren't having any trouble with money right now.
Then what's the big fuss about going to that restaurant? It's a special occasion, and if you say you can afford it, then we should go. I don't understand what the problem is. You know, Jane took me out to dinner last year to a really fancy seafood restaurant. It was right along the water, and it was just the best view ever. We went at sunset and had lobster for dinner, and she spared no expense. She didn't give me any attitude about it either. Why can't you treat me good like she does? She's not even blood related, but she treats me better than both of my sons.
I'm fine with it. How about you, David? Like your mom said, it's a special occasion. Plus, we haven't had a nice dinner like that in a while.
I knew it! You haven't had something fancy in a while because you don't have any money! No, it's because we honestly don't have the time to go out and we don't like to splurge on ourselves. Once again, we're doing fine with money. You don't have to be so secretive about it. If you're having money problems, you can let me know and I'll give you money. I just gave my friend son a good amount of money for a video game he said he wanted.
That was nice of you. The prices of video games these days is crazy. Back when I was younger and played, it was nearly half the price of games now.
I have no idea about games, so I just gave him $1,000 and figured it was enough. You gave him that much? Mom, games are no more than $100. Why would you give him that much money? Especially to someone that's not even your own family. So, then he can buy more than one. Like I said, I have no idea about video games, so I just gave him what he asked for.
Wait, he asked you for that much? It kind of sounds suspicious to me. How well do you know this kid?
I've met him once or twice. I didn't think anything was strange about him.
So you gave a kid you barely know $1,000 just because he asked for it?
Mom, you shouldn't do that again. I'll do whatever I want with my money. I can't have people thinking I'm poor or something. I wanted to show that I have money. Mom, that's really stupid if you ask me. Well, no one asked you, so you can keep your opinions to yourself. Is that how you talk to your mother on her birthday?
Let's change the subject. Speaking of which, we got you a present.
Oh, you shouldn't have. What is it?
Open up and find out.
Yeah. You really shouldn't have. Is something wrong? Isn't this the whiskey you were asking me about the other day? We did some more research and found it. No, this is not what I was talking about. This is a cheap version of the incredible whiskey I had. This is just bottom shelf garbage. This probably didn't cost more than $20. There's no way I'm drinking this.
How can you be so sure this isn't the one you had? The name sounds like the same based on what you told David.
What I had was Papa Von Winkle, not this toilet water. They're completely different. It's not like you could even afford that one anyway. Especially not with your money problems. Mom, for the last time, we don't have money problems. Seriously, stop saying that. You're giving me every reason to think you aren't doing well financially. You complained about going to the steakhouse, and now you're giving me this cheap bottle of booze. I'm sorry, but anyone would think that. All the signs are leading to me giving you money to help. I'd be more than happy to. Just say the word and I'll bail you both out. That's just the kind of person I am.
Like we've said 100 times, we really don't need the money. And for the whiskey, we really just thought this is the one you wanted. But just out of curiosity, how much was the one you had?
If you could even get your hands on it, it's around $3,000. So quite affordable.
$3,000 is a lot of money just for alcohol.
I knew it! You would never say that if you had the money to spend on it. Mom, drop it. If you say one more thing about money, we're going to leave you and not go out to dinner with you. Fine! Let's get a move on then. I'm starving.
God, what was with your mom yesterday? Usually I can put up with her personality, but it was on a different level.
I don't know, honestly. Maybe she's getting crankier as she gets older. I don't think it'll get better, so we're gonna have to learn how to deal with it.
I am not looking forward to it. I was getting so fed up with her accusing us of having no money, I was about to show her our bank account.
Definitely don't do that. I feel like even if we were millionaires, she'd still say something about how much money we had. I really appreciate you being a trooper, though. Thanks for keeping your cool.
Yeah, it took a lot of energy, but I made it. Hopefully we can take a break from seeing her for a little bit.
Oh, well, if that's your wish, then unfortunately I have some bad news. We're going to go over to her house to have dinner in a few weeks.
Come on. We literally just saw her. Why are we going this time?
She mentioned it to me on the way out of her house after we dropped her off yesterday. Apparently, she finally got Johnny to agree to come over and have dinner.
Well, in that case, I guess I can't refuse. I feel like I haven't seen him in a long time. How's he doing?
I haven't seen him or heard from him either. That's half the reason why I said we'd come. I guess he's doing okay. But if I'm being honest, I'm a bit suspicious about something.
You mean about Johnny? What did he do?
He didn't do anything. Remember last night when my mom was showing us pictures of his kid?
Yeah, he was super cute. What's the problem?
You didn't notice anything strange about how the kid looked?
No. What was strange?
The kid looked nothing like him. He had blue eyes and light brown hair. Everyone in our family has black hair and brown eyes. His wife is the same way.
I'm not a scientist, but I'm pretty sure genes can be recessive. Just because they both look one way doesn't mean the kid will look exactly the same way too. I mean, look at my family. My dad has green eyes, my mom has blue eyes, but I have hazel eyes. Everyone in a family can be different.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure having brown eyes is a dominant gene. If both the parents have brown eyes, it's pretty hard for the child of those parents to have anything else. I'm not a scientist either, but it just struck me as strange. It's not even just the eyes. The kid's face looks nothing like Johnny.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see when he gets older. A kid's face can change from year to year. Maybe he'll start to look like Johnny after a while.
I don't know. If I'm being brutally honest, there was always something that didn't sit right with me about Jane.
Are you accusing her of cheating then? It sounds like you are.
I'm not accusing anyone of anything. All I'm saying is that to me, the kid looks nothing like his father, and I find that a little weird. Sorry if I'm being out of line, but I just wanted to get that off my chest. Next time you see a picture of him, I bet you'll notice it too.
Maybe. But let's just stay out of this. I really don't want to get wrapped up in your family business.
Yeah. Anyway, my mom just texted me actually about coming over there. It's gonna be on the 18th at 5:30. Make sure you don't have any plans.
Okay, sounds good.
Hi, Johnny. So nice to see you. I've really missed you. Have you missed me? I really hope you've been thinking about me. You should never forget about me. We've made a lot of food here, so I hope you enjoy it. We were just going to have something to eat, but then I decided that we should all come over and eat. Well, thank you for that. It was really nice of you to think about me. I've not seen you for a long time, so it's nice to be here.
That's right. We should really try and see each other more often. It's good to stay in touch with family.
What do you want to eat? Please take as much as you'd like. You've really grown a lot. You're so much bigger than when I last saw you. Is anyone else going to come over with you today? No, no one else can come over. They're all busy doing this and that. It would have been so nice if they could come over and join us, but it just can't be the case. People are so busy with their lives these days. It seems like no one has time to stop and rest. I think we should make time for our family members, but some people just don't have the time. You're right about that one. It's a real shame. But I understand that people are busy with their families and their children. What can I do about it? I can invite people to come over, but if they can't come, then there's nothing I can do. It's a shame, isn't it? You've gone to such great effort to prepare this food. If only more people were here to enjoy it. Maybe next time more people will be free, and they can all come over and have a good time with you.
I agree. It's always fun when people get together. There's a really great atmosphere. I nearly didn't have time to be here myself, but I really made a big effort to make an appearance. I'm so glad I did. I wouldn't want to miss this for the world. I do worry about you, Johnny. I wonder that you're not eating very well. Look at you, you're so thin. You seem to have lost a lot of weight recently. You need to concentrate on eating as well as you can. Do you need me to give you some money so you can eat more? You should buy better sources of protein to get bigger. I think he was always thin. I really don't think he's changed that much. And so what if he's lost a bit of weight? It's not a problem. Leave him alone. I have been eating well recently. Don't worry. It's just been a bit busy with things, so sometimes I don't eat as well as I should do. It's not a big problem.
That's right. Eat some more. You don't want to go hungry. I've made all this food and I don't want it to go to waste. Everything has to be eaten. Thanks for this. You're really being nice to me. It's nice to know that you care so much. Johnny, I've noticed something really interesting about you and your family. Your son doesn't look like you. He looks a lot like Jane, but he doesn't look anything like you.
David, what are you talking about? Is this really the time and the place to say such things? Do you even understand the implications of what you're saying? Why don't you just keep your mouth shut?
Oh, yeah, maybe that's a good idea. I didn't really mean what I said there. I don't know what I was thinking. Just forget about that. It doesn't matter, it's fine. Mom, I just wanted to say how sad I am that I couldn't help you here today. I really wish I'd been around to help. Don't mention it. You don't need to talk about that. I can get by just fine on my own. I know that everybody's busy with their lives and their families. I can't expect people to come round here and help me all the time. I'm just glad that you've come here today to see me, and I'm enjoying your company. I know that you're focused on raising your own children. Maybe you just don't have time for me. Never mind, I can manage. I'm sorry that I can't be there when you need me. I really wish I had more time in my life, but I don't.
Don't be so hard on yourself. That's not the problem. No one's blaming you for this situation. We're trying to be understanding about the whole thing. People are so busy these days. We just have to accept this and try to understand each other. You don't need to feel sorry about these things. We all do it.
That's right. There's no need to get upset. Why don't we just have a little drink together? I can't drink. I need to drive home. It would be terribly irresponsible for me to drink now and then drive. You just enjoy one on your own.
Why don't you have a drink? Someone else can drive you home. Maybe even I could do it. I really want you to have a nice time this evening. No need to be so strict with yourself. You're a busy family man. There must be a lot of stresses in your life. I think you need some time to unwind.
Thanks, Jenny. You're really being nice to me at the moment. I appreciate it. We just want you to enjoy yourself and have a good time. I'm really loving the food today. You've really done a great job. The meat here is really good. Come on, Johnny. Tuck in and enjoy yourself. Eat as much as you want. It's been made for you. I didn't get a chance to make it myself, but Mom has done a really fantastic job of making all this food. I know she wants you to eat it all and enjoy yourself. Eat and drink to your heart's content. That's right. Eat up and enjoy yourself. Oh my, I'm so tired. I'm lucky I've got you. I don't know what I would do without you. I think I've had too much to drink. It's a good thing that you're driving, not me. I think I need to go to bed as soon as possible. I'm probably going to have a big hangover in the morning. It was okay, though. We had a nice time, didn't we? It was so nice to see everyone.
I'm glad to know you had a good time. Don't worry about it. It was no problem for me. You just rest as much as you need to. You'll feel fine in the morning. Why don't you just close your eyes and try and get some sleep in the car?
I'm just going to sit here and watch. I don't think it's a good idea to fall asleep. Did you see Johnny today? What did you think? I thought he looked really stressed out.
I think you're right. It does seem that way, doesn't it? And he does seem to have lost a lot of weight. Do you think he enjoyed himself today? I'm not so sure. He didn't look that happy.
I'm not sure either. I don't think he even wanted to be there. I think his mind was in other places.
What do you mean? You don't think he wanted to be there?
I really don't think he wanted to be there. I just got the feeling that he felt like it was a waste of his time. I noticed when he went to the car. He just seemed like he wanted to get out of there as soon as possible and be done with the whole thing. I guess he's busy with his kids and things like that.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Do you think he just came to be polite to us? I guess you could say he was almost lying. He told me he was having a good time, but maybe he just didn't want to tell us the truth.
I think that might be the case. It's okay. Maybe he'll be more friendly next time. Sometimes people just go through bad phases in life.
Sometimes I feel that I don't understand Johnny. I try and make friends with him, but it's no use. I guess he's just that kind of person. We're all different at the end of the day. I'll try better to get on with him next time. I certainly hope there is going to be a next time.
Try not to let it bother you too much. I'm sure he didn't mean to be unfriendly.
Oh, wait. I think I can hear my cell phone. Is that the sound of the alarm? Can you just have a look at it for me? Please tell me what it is.
I don't really recognize this ID. I wonder who it's come from. There's some messages here for you.
Have a look at it and tell me what it is. I really want to know. Is it something important or is it nothing?
You just focus on driving. We don't want to have an accident, do we? What's this? Oh, it's a photo from inside a cafe.
What's going on? Can you tell me, please? I really want to know.
I'm really not sure what I'm looking at myself. It's all a bit confusing. There's a photo of some people in a cafe. There's a girl and some other people. The girl has got her hand behind her back and she's holding hands with the person taking the photo. It seems to be one of those couple photos that's very trendy right now. You know the kind? I don't know why it's been sent to your phone. That's a bit of a strange thing to do, isn't it? I wonder who the girl is in this photo. I have really got no idea. You know, if I'm being honest, it actually looks a bit like Jane. It looks like her from behind.
No way. Really? You think it could be a photo of her? So why was it sent to me? And who sent it? Do you think it was sent to me by accident? Do you think that maybe Jane is cheating? Do you think she took that picture with another guy?
I seriously don't think that could be the case. She wouldn't do that kind of thing. Surely.
You could never be so sure in this day and age. You never know who to trust. Do you think she did this in the middle of the day while their kid was at school? Maybe she leaves him at school and then goes off with this other man?
I really don't think that happened. And I don't think we should talk about it too much. How about we just pretend that we never saw this photo? Let's just move on and pretend this didn't happen. Also, let's never mention it again. Even though I have my suspicions, I don't want to jump to any conclusions. I think everyone's a little bit stressed out at the moment, and we don't want to make things any worse. She's got that kid to look after. She must be under a lot of stress. I think the best thing we can do is if we just don't pay attention to this. Just forget about it.
So what you're saying is we should just cover this up and pretend it didn't happen? Is that really the right thing to do?
I really don't have a problem with it. Besides, we can't even clearly see who's in this photo. Let's not jump to any conclusions. Let's be open-minded. Maybe in the future something will happen and we'll find out for sure. But until then, I think we should just be quiet.
Trust you to be like this. I'm not so sure.
Have you eaten enough? Are you full?
I'm fine, thanks. You don't need to spend all your time thinking about me. There's other people to think about.
I've already dealt with everybody else, and they're getting along just fine. I think it's you who need some special attention. I don't want you doing anything wrong. You didn't come over and visit me yesterday when I wanted you to.
Okay, I'll do whatever you tell me to do from now on. There really is no getting away from you, is there? You do like to tell people what to do. I know you care about me, but sometimes it seems a little bit controlling.
Yes, you do try and shove food down our throats at all times. I know you want to make us eat well, but sometimes it is a little bit too much. We are grown-ups after all. We can manage our own lifestyle and health choices. It doesn't need you to try and control every aspect of our lives.
I agree with the sentiment entirely. Can't you give us some space? We need to be free to grow and develop. I couldn't come yesterday because I had to deal with a medical emergency. Tom didn't feel well, so I had to take him to the hospital and make sure he was okay. Fortunately, nothing came of it. But you can never be too safe, can you?
Okay, you're forgiven. If you had something to deal with, then there's nothing you could have done. I guess you'll just have to come here now and eat as much as you can eat. There's no way around it. Oh, wait. What's wrong with the back of your neck? Did you hurt yourself?
What do you mean? I'm fine. There's nothing there. It looks like a bruise to me. I can just about see it. Are you sure you're okay?
Oh, it's nothing. You don't need to worry about it. I'm fine.
Are you sure you're okay? It looks like it might be a bruise to me. Is there something you need to tell us about? If something's happened to you, then please tell us. You know we'll do everything we can to help you. If you have a problem, then we're always here for you. We've got your back.
Thanks very much for your support, but it's really nothing. Maybe I got it from carrying something on my shoulders? I'm really not sure what it was, to be honest. Anyway, it's not painful.
Are you really sure it's nothing? I've got a lot of medicine if you need something. Just tell me and I'll go and get it for you.
I think that's a good suggestion. I think you might need something for that.
Okay, I'll go and do something now. But I don't need you to follow me. I can do this on my own. I don't feel comfortable when other people are scrutinizing my body. It makes me feel a bit off.
I can help you look at it. I can get a better view and tell you what's going on.
I really don't need you to do that, thank you. I'll do it myself. I'll go and sort this out and you can prepare some food for me to take with me. I might get hungry a little bit later and want to eat something.
I have no idea why you're being so defensive about this. It's almost as if you've got something to hide.
Maybe we shouldn't pester her too hard about it. I think I might make some more food. I wonder if anybody wants anything else to eat. You know, I hate it a lot when people go hungry.
Okay, you just get on with that. I'll help you. I'm just still a bit concerned about Jane. I wonder what's going on. So, tell me more about this company dinner. What's the deal? What's been going on behind the scenes? Tell me everything. I'm not really sure what's going on myself. All I know is that Kyle met a customer recently and it's something to do with that. I think he's trying to get some business from this person, but I'm not really sure. Maybe you could ask him some questions about it when you see him. Sadly, he isn't here right now, so you'll have to wait for him to come back. He's not here right now? Where's he gone? I thought he went away last week, and that was the last time? Was that not the case? I think some kind of emergency happened and he had to leave at once. Again, you can speak to him more when he gets back. I'm sure he'll be able to tell you everything. Anyway, how are you today? Are you doing good? What are you going to eat? Are we going to go and eat together? Now that sounds like a good idea. There's a few of us missing today, so it might be nice for me and you to go on our own. If there's fewer people, then I guess we can eat something more expensive. Let's go out and get something to eat. What do you think? Why don't we go to that steak restaurant nearby? I'll treat you to something really nice. Wow, thanks for that, boss. You're really nice to me. I'd love to eat steak. You know I love steak. This is going to be really fun. It's not often I get to eat at a nice restaurant. I'm not really a steak person, but I'm sure there'll be something on the menu that'll suit me. Maybe they'll have spaghetti or something like that. I do love a pasta dish. Don't mention it. You're a great coworker, and I'm proud to be your team leader. From time to time, I guess I should treat you nicely, and now is the time. Thanks for this. It's just what I needed. It's really going to liven up the day. Okay, just keep it a secret. Don't tell too many people. If people find out that I've been treating you to steak, they'll want something too. I can't afford to buy something for everybody. I'm not that rich. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. It can be our little secret. Let me just check if I've got enough money. I'll just have to look at the app on my phone. Let me just look at my account. That might be enough, but there's really not a lot in there. I thought I had more money.
I always enjoy it when I'm with you.
Who's that? That voice sounds really familiar. Is it Jane?
You really are a cutie. What time do you need to get back for? Are you still good for time? Just tell me when you need to go and I can take you there.
I've got all the time in the world. We don't need to rush anything.
I might have to go see myself. I've told them that I'm out on business. They don't know I'm with you. They might be a little annoyed if they know that I'm out with you. Especially the team leader. She's always watching me. I really don't know what she'd think if she found out. I think I've given them a pretty good excuse, but what if they realize what I'm doing? I think it's only a matter of time before they work it all out. I really wish that people at work could just leave me alone and get on with my life. It would really make things easier for me if nobody was watching.
How about you stop worrying about work while you're with me? This is supposed to be time for you and I to have fun. Stop thinking about all those other people.
You know that there's no one else in my life apart from you. You're the most important person to me. I don't waste my time with anyone else but you. If I have any time to spare, then I'm going to spend it on you. You know that. You're not annoyed with me, are you? You still love me, don't you?
You know how much I love you. Is it time for you to get divorced? If you get divorced, then you can remarry with me, and we can live happily ever after.
Divorce? You want me to get divorced? I really don't know if now is the time for that kind of thing. I'll have to think about it before I act. I've got a child.
I just feel like you're playing games with me. I want us to get serious and take it to the next level. Don't you want to be with me forever? Are you not serious about me?
You know I'm serious about you. You know how much I love you. I just don't know if now is the time to make such a big decision. Where do you want to go now? What should we do?
I'm not sure. Maybe there's a coffee shop nearby. We could go and have some coffee.
I'm just worried that we might bump into some of my colleagues from work. It would be really awkward if I met them right now. I don't want them to know where I am or what I'm doing. You know that we have to keep this whole thing quiet. I hope you remember that.
I don't know why you're so worried about these things. Even if they saw us, they wouldn't realize what's going on. We've never met your work colleagues, so I don't think we're going to do it now.
I know a few places nearby that maybe we could go to. There's a coffee shop just around the corner. The people from my workplace never go there, so we're not going to meet them.
If you're happy, then I'm happy. Let's go there.
Oh my goodness. What is going on here? Are they having an affair? I really can't believe it. How can I stay quiet over this? Johnny, I've got something really important to talk to you about. Are you busy right now? Do you have time to talk?
What is it? What's so important? I'm a little bit busy right now. I was about to go into a meeting, and I don't really have time to talk. What do you want? Tell me now. I really want to know.
I have to tell you, but promise me that you won't be too shocked. It's about Jane. She's having an affair!
Jane is having an affair? Are you sure you've just not misunderstood something? I don't really think it's a big deal myself.
You don't seem to be that bothered by the whole thing. Did you already know about this? Please tell me you didn't already know.
Well, I may have known something.
Don't you even care about this? You just don't seem to be too concerned. I thought you'd be really shocked by the news. Look at this. I've taken a picture of the two of them together. She was with Kyle. I heard them talking. The two of them are definitely having a secret relationship. I couldn't believe it myself. I was really shocked by it all. I found out and I really felt I needed to tell you right away. You really need to know. If you need me to help you, then I can do. I can do anything you want me to.
I really don't know what to do.
I think I've actually known this for a long time. I saw something a while ago that I didn't tell you about. A photo was sent to my phone by accident. It was a photo of Jane with another man. I didn't know what to do at the time. I thought it was just a mistake, but it seems there was something more to it. Today, I saw everything with my own eyes. It's all the evidence I need. Do you remember when Jane had that mark on her neck? I think we all know what that was from now.
I know what you're talking about. I've known for a long time.
You knew all this time? And you didn't do anything. Does it not make you angry?
I've known for a long time and there's really nothing I can do. I've just had to get on with my life regardless. I think in hindsight, I should have never gone through with this marriage. It was a bad idea from day one. I was warned by many people not to do it, but I still did. I guess I only have myself to blame.
Is that the way you feel? Is that really what you think? What about Tom? Is he really your child?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's my kid. I don't think it was that bad.
I don't understand the way you're behaving. I really can't understand it at all. If that was me, then I'd be angry. I'd be so mad I couldn't just sit there and do nothing. Why are you so weak and useless?
Why do you have to hurt me like this? Can't you see I'm already suffering enough? I've been through so much and I don't need you to call me weak. I'm not weak. I'm just turning the other cheek for a greater good. I can't just turn and walk away from this. I should really take part of the blame myself.
I even checked the records at work and I found some very suspicious information. I know the person that she was with. He works in my office. He often goes out at lunchtime and then doesn't come back until late in the afternoon. He's been doing this about twice a week for the past year. I always wondered what he was up to, and I guess now we know. He was with Jane. It's part of our job to go out and meet with clients. I guess he was using this as an excuse. It was just by chance that I recently bumped into him with Jane. Otherwise, I would have never known.
Do you really think it's been going on for this long? Do you really think that she's been meeting with this guy for a whole year? I knew it was happening, but I didn't realize it had gone on for that long.
I think that's what's been going on. Do you really think that Jane is a good mother to raise your child? I really don't think this is the kind of environment that a child wants to grow up in. She should really be more responsible. She's got family duties to see to. She can't just go running off with another man whenever she wants. Also, I think it might be a good idea if you went and had a paternity test for your child. It might not be yours? I know it's a terrible thought, but we really have to consider this.
Tell me it isn't true. This can't be the case.
It could be true, and you're just going to have to accept that. Sometimes the truth hurts. Don't you think it's funny that your son doesn't look like you? Many people have noticed this. I think you need to go and have a test. It's really the only way for you to be sure and know that your son is yours. I'm really not so sure about it myself.
I really don't know what to say about this. I really don't want to think about it.
You can't just deny what's going on. You need to face the facts. I think I know what's been going on here, and you need to wake up to reality. If you need any more help from me, then just ask. I'll do anything to help you out. I don't like to see you looking so down. It really hurts me.
Thanks for your advice. I'll think about it and then decide. What about that guy at your workplace? Do you think you'll be able to get a sample of his saliva or something like that? Maybe after he drinks from a cup, you can steal his saliva. Then I can send it off to some kind of company and they can check the DNA. That way we'll know for sure who the dad is.
That sounds like a really good idea. I'll try and get that done as soon as I can. It shouldn't be too difficult. Hi, Jane. How are you? How's your work going? I hope you're doing well.
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you? I wanted to talk to you about Hillary's birthday. It's coming up soon. Did you remember?
I did remember. But why do you want to talk to me about it? I hope you've got everything prepared for her birthday party. I hope you're not contacting me because you want me to do something.
No, that's not it. I don't want you to do anything. You don't need to worry about that. I just wanted to make sure that you were coming. I can't wait for our big family get-together.
Yes, I'll be there, of course. I can't wait to see everybody.
I'm really hoping to be there myself, but I'm actually not sure right now.
What do you mean you're not sure? You're not going to be there?
I really want to be there, but I might have something else to do. I'm still going to arrange everything, though. I'm not sure yet. I'll know closer to the time.
You can't miss your mother-in-law's birthday party. What on earth are you thinking about?
If I'm busy, then I can't go, and I'll just have to go and see her another time. What do you think? Do you think she'll be mad?
I don't know what she'll think. You know her better than me. Maybe she won't mind, but most likely she will.
Wonderful! I'm glad you agree with me.
I'm not quite saying that I agree with you.
I'll do my best to be there, but I can't promise anything. I'm sure she's going to have a really good time, even if I'm not there. I'm sure you guys can prepare a really nice birthday party without me. You don't need me to do everything. I know you're perfectly capable of doing stuff on your own. You are a really smart and hardworking girl. You can get something sorted.
If you're not going to be there, then I think we can have a good time without you. But I do think it will be better if you came along.
I'm really sorry to do this to you, but sometimes I just have other things to do.
Okay, I understand. You don't need to be too sorry about it. If you've got something to do, then go ahead and do it. You don't really have to explain it to me, but you will have to explain it to Hillary. I'm sure there'll be plenty of time for us to all catch up in the future.
She won't mind if I'm not there. I've always been very close to her ever since I got married to Johnny. She's like my second mother. To be honest, I like her more than my real mother. I call her and consider her to be my real mom.
If you really cared about your mom, then you go to her birthday party. I can't believe you're going to miss her birthday party and then claim that you put your family first.
Do you really have to be so confrontational about this? I've already told you I'm sorry.
Yes, I know that. You don't need to explain it to me again. It sounds to me like you're just making an excuse because you don't want to be there. Only God knows what you're busy doing.
Are you doing all right? It's not like you to suddenly contact me out of the blue. It's got me a little bit worried. I hope nothing bad has happened. You know that I'll always care about you. You're the best. If anything happens to you, then don't hesitate to come and ask me for help.
That's right. I'd love to know what's going on. Are you okay? You don't look too happy. Has something bad happened? It seems to me that Johnny is a bit of a wimp. I really wish you'd talk more and say something. He's not a wimp. He might be a bit immature, but he's a very polite man. He doesn't speak rudely and he doesn't seek confrontation. I think that's a nice way for a man to behave. That's why he's such a great husband. I know Jane really appreciates him because he's such a nice guy.
For once in my life, I'm going to be brave and bold. Please take a look at this. It's something you really should see. A few things have been going on in my life, and now it's time to be more open about them. You might find this a little bit shocking and upsetting, but you have to face the truth just like I did. What do you want me to look at? Please tell me. You've got me really interested. What's this? Some kind of test? A DNA test? What do you need a DNA test for? I think the only way to really get to the bottom of this is by using a test like this. The results might be painful for some of us to hear, but we really need to know the truth. I can't go on like this. I need to know what really happened, and I need to know soon.
What on earth is going on here? What are you talking about? Don't you think you've gone a little bit too far here? You got married and you had a child together, and I don't think there's anything more to talk about. Why are you making such outrageous accusations? Oh, hang on. What's this?
This really is a shock, isn't it? I can't believe it. Are you trying to tell me that you're not the dad? How can this be? It's going to be hard for us all to accept the truth. It's going to be especially hard for me. I used my hair and my saliva. Both confirm my suspicions. I am not the dad. It seems that I've been living a lie. What are we going to do now? Where's Jane? Don't we need to talk to her about this?
What is this all of a sudden? What do you want from me? I was busy. I had something to do. I was going to see my friend.
You crazy, stupid woman. Who got you pregnant? Who is the father of the child? Tell me now. I need to know.
I have no idea what you're talking about. This is really a bit weird for me.
Johnny has done a DNA test, and it turns out that he's not the father. Can you imagine how that makes him feel? You need to start being straight with us, and you need to do it very quickly. We need answers, and we need them now. If Johnny isn't the father, then who is? Tell us now. Who is the father?
What do you mean you did a DNA test? What does that prove? Why would you do that? You are the dad. I don't know why you think otherwise. Why have you brought me here to be like this? What's wrong with you guys?
It's already been confirmed. There's no use denying it. I've already done the test, and it has a 99% degree of accuracy. There's no chance it was wrong. Deep down, I knew all this time.
Johnny, I'm so sorry about what happened. Please don't feel too bad about this. Don't let it hurt you. It's our fault for raising our daughter to be a terrible person. It was all my fault. I should take my share of the blame. I thought we didn't raise Jane to be this kind of girl. I was a bad parent, and I acknowledge this.
Whatever happened, I don't care anymore. You don't need to blame yourself. It wasn't your fault. As for the future, I don't really care. I don't want to see Jane ever again. I want to get out of here as soon as I can and try to forget about this terrible episode in my life. We are getting a divorce. We're getting a divorce as soon as possible.
I feel so terrible about this whole thing. I don't know how I'm going to forgive and forget about this. How did this happen to my family? I'm truly ashamed. What will people think when they find out?
You don't need to feel so bad about what happened. I can get over this and move on. It really hurts me to know that I was living a lie. I wasn't actually the father. But it wasn't your fault. It was all Jane. She's the one to blame for this. I just want to move on and start a new life without her. I just want this to be over and forgotten about as soon as possible. It hurts me to think that I could have wasted my life on a family that wasn't truly mine. Thank the Lord that I found out in time what was going on. I think I'm partly to blame for this. I guess I was a bad husband, and that's why Jane found another man. I want to say I'm sorry to you as well. I really wish there was something I could do to help you. This wasn't your fault, so please don't blame yourself. I wish you all the best in moving on and finding a new life for yourself. I always liked you. I thought you were a great guy, and I don't know why this happened to you. I always thought you were a really great guy. You did so much for me. I thought you were going to be a great man to raise children, but it seems that that isn't the case. Now it's all going to end in divorce, and that makes me feel really sad. Thank you for your warm words, but there's nothing to talk about. The only thing left to do is finalize this divorce and let me go. I'll be gone, and you'll never have to deal with me again. I don't want to waste any more of my life with Jane. She's really hurt me. She's really screwed up my life, and I just want to be done with her.
Honey, listen to me. I'm so sorry about what I did. I didn't mean for it to happen. It was a terrible mistake. It was just one night. I didn't know it would lead to a pregnancy. I always thought that you were the father. If I'd known otherwise, I would have told you. Are you sure that the DNA test was telling the truth? It might have been a mistake. Maybe you could do another one and see what it says. You might get a different result.
I really think you should stop telling lies and be more honest. It wasn't just one night, and you know that. I know the guy you cheated with. I've seen you with him. You've been cheating with him regularly for over a year now, and I have the evidence to prove it.
How do you know about all this? Why are you even involved here? You're not a member of our family, so you shouldn't even be here. Are you guys trying to cause even more trouble? Did you tell this girl everything about our family? I don't understand why she has a right to know.
I don't see what your problem is. I'm friends with Johnny, too. I'm going to look out for him if there's something going on. Do you think I'm just going to turn a blind eye and let you get away with something like this? No chance. You've been cheating on Johnny, and I owed it to Johnny to let him know what was going on. I wasn't going to stay silent when you were doing something so immoral.
How did you even know what was going on? Did you follow me? Are you some kind of a stalker? Following me around to see what I was doing? Maybe you did this whole thing on purpose to try and cause some drama.
Don't try and blame this on other people when you've only got yourself to blame. Don't accuse people of following you around. You've been exposed. We all know what you did. I hope you don't think you're going to get any money from me in this divorce. You're going to get nothing. Do you really think I was going to give you any money after what you did?
Is this really the end for you and I? Have you really made up your mind?
Isn't there something we can do to get over this? I could change. I could be good to you and your family. I could look after your mom.
There's nothing you can do now, so just leave it alone. We are over and there's no going back. I don't even want to be in the same place as you. Never mind in a relationship with you. You're just a stupid girl I don't want to think about anymore. You're disgusting, dirty, filthy.
Dirty? What do you mean, dirty? I'm not dirty.
Yes, you are dirty. You're a dirty woman and nobody wants you. Here, have this.
What is it? A DNA test? Why would I want this? Was this your idea? How many did you do?
It's not for me, it's for you. Why don't you go and do a test with that guy you cheated on me with? It might be a good idea for him to know that he's the real father of your child. That way he can do what he needs to do and look after his kid. I presume that he was the only man. I presume that there weren't any others.
Can't you change your mind and just carry on as things were? You can still act as if you're the dad. If you walk away now, then it might be difficult for everybody.
I think it's time for Jane to get out of this house. I don't want to see you again. You've brought shame to our family, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to forgive you. I don't know if I want you to be my daughter anymore. It might be best if you leave and never come back.
Dad, how can you say that about me? You can't just kick me out like this.
I can do whatever I want to do. Why don't you go and live with that man that you cheated with?
Why are you doing this to me? How am I going to survive? Mom, Dad, please change your mind and don't do this to me. Give me a second chance to show you that I'm a good person.
I've already told you, just get out of this house and never come back.
Where is Kyle? I really need to talk to him as soon as possible. This is all his fault. It's his fault that I'm going to get a divorce. Why did I ever start talking to that man? If only I'd known what was going to happen. Oh, look who it is. It's you, Jenny.
You're to blame for this as well. You've already caused enough trouble, and you really shouldn't be doing anything more.
I've been thrown out of my house, and I'm heading for a divorce, and it's all because of you. How does that make you feel? Guilty? What am I going to do with my life now?
I don't know why you're trying to pin the blame on me. It's not my fault that you cheated on your husband. Not only did you cheat, but you actually had a child with another man. That's probably the most disgraceful thing that anyone could do. And you did it. Maybe you should take a good hard look at you and your behavior.
You're really enjoying this, aren't you? You just love to watch people suffer. I suppose you feel really happy with yourself about all the trouble you've caused. One day this is all going to come back and harm you. I believe in karma.
What on earth is going on here? What's all this noise about? I think we need somebody to come over here and help us sort out the situation. It's really getting out of hand. What exactly is going on over here? What's the big drama about?
Honey, I'm so glad you're here. You need to help me from this awful woman.
Honey? Why are you calling him honey? What's going on? Is there something you need to tell us about? Can you please keep your mouth shut? I don't want anybody to find out about all this. Oh, look who it is. I know everything about you, too. I've seen you together. You need to be careful what you do around me. If you harm me in any way, then I'll be taking you to court. We all heard what you just said. We all know what's going on between you two. Have you two been dating? What's been going on? I'm really getting a bit confused right now. I don't know what to think. Isn't Jane already married to somebody else? Have you been having an affair with Kyle? No way. What an outrageous thing to happen. I can't believe this has been happening in my workplace. I don't know how I'll be able to look at you ever again. You're just not the same person in my eyes. I just told you to be quiet. You don't need to go spreading rumors around the place. It's you who needs to be quiet. You've done enough already. I'm getting really tired of all this. You really are an ignorant person. You've caused so much trouble for everybody.
Can you just let it go for once? I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Keep your voice down, please. We don't want people to know about all of this. What's going to happen if people find out about what happened between me and you? It's going to be really bad for our reputation.
Why can't you just take my side and defend me here? People are going to find out about this anyway. There's nothing we can do about that now. You should defend me. That's what you're supposed to do. We're in this together.
Have you told Kyle all about the child? Does he know that he's the real father? Johnny was living life as a lie. He gave everything for that child, and it wasn't even his. I wonder what Kyle thinks about being a father. You're going to have to get used to life as a single mother. It's going to be really hard for you from now on. It's your fault for cheating on your husband. What were you thinking of? Was it really worth it? Just wait until everybody in this company finds out what kind of a girl you really are. Your reputation is going to be ruined. I don't know how you'll ever show your face in public again.
The child is mine. What do you mean the child is mine? How can that be? I thought it was your husband's child. Are you seriously telling me it's my child? What happens if you get divorced? Am I going to have to pay child support? My day just gets worse and worse.
Can you be quiet for one moment, please? I really wish you would stop talking.
Why should I stop talking? I've got so much I have to say. How can you be so brazen as to think that you're still the most important person around here? How can you expect other people to do as you say? Why should I? You've got yourself in this big mess, and now you'll have to deal with the consequences. I think you'll have to explain to Kyle about his day in court. The judge is going to decide who the father is and who has to pay child support. It's certainly not going to be Johnny. You should have prepared him for this. He's going to be really mad.
Just get out of here and leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you again. You're just making this whole situation even worse than it already is.
This seems to be getting a bit out of hand. Do I need to call security?
I haven't even known Jane for that long. How can I be the father? Surely it's not my child. Surely there's been some kind of a mistake. If I did a DNA test, I'm sure it would come out as negative. I didn't even know that Jane was already married. What a terrible mistake.
You did know. I heard you talking about it. Don't pretend you didn't. You knew all along, and you still did what you did. You're just as bad as she is. You're going to be in big trouble with this company. Just wait until the manager finds out. You're probably going to be fired.
Why would I be fired? Why are you even going to tell them about this? This is a private matter, and I don't think we need to discuss it with anybody else.
You lied to everybody and told us that you were going out on business when in fact you were having an affair. You told us you were going to see a client, but now we know that was just a lie. Do you really think that you were going to get away with that? Now you've been caught. It's only natural that you're going to be punished. I wonder what senior management are going to think about all this.
Honey, what are we going to do?
Can you stop calling me that, please? Do you think your parents will be able to help us out? I heard that they were rich.
I don't think they're going to help you. They're really angry about what happened. Jane has been disowned by her family. She's not welcome back there anymore. I think you two are just going to have to try and get by as best you can. I think you were made for each other. Two pieces of trash in the street. You two really are a perfect couple. Security is nearly here now. I'm sure they'll be able to deal with this problem. Maybe they can take you away to a disciplinary committee. I think you'll have to explain to Kyle about his day in court. It seems like you're going to get what you deserve. Why should Johnny have to give you any money? He doesn't owe you a thing after what you did to him.
How am I going to cope? How am I going to get by? Johnny, talk to me, please. I need to talk to you right now. I want to come back and live with you. I want to be together with you again. Can't you just forgive me for my mistake and take me back into your life? Do you even realize how hard life is going to be for me now? Don't you have any sympathy for me?
I don't know where you're going to get money from. You'll have to solve that problem yourself. You're a smart girl. You certainly have me fooled. I'm sure you'll be able to find some way of getting some money. I'm certainly not giving you any. I gave you so much, and this is how you treated me. I did everything for you, but you were not faithful to me. You'll just have to pick yourself up and try and get on with your life as best you can. There's really nothing I can do to help you. The future has already been decided.
Where am I going to get money from? My parents don't want anything to do with me, and I've lost you. I have a child to care for, and I don't have a clear source of income. How can you allow a woman to fall into this kind of situation? Do you not care at all? My parents have even changed their phone number, so I can't get in contact with them. I actually heard that they're going to move house to get away from me.
Could you please get a hold of yourself for one moment? You should have thought about this before you cheated. Bad things happen to bad people.
I know I was bad, but I don't deserve this level of punishment. It's too much. Why is it that the woman always gets blamed for this kind of thing? Why does nobody blame the man? I had an affair because I was bored and because that man seduced me. Blame him, not me. I'm not just making excuses for myself. I really didn't mean for this to happen.
Stop trying to make excuses for yourself. It's time for you to take responsibility for your own actions. I always did my best for you. I tried my hardest, and this is how you rewarded me. I'm never going to forgive you for what you did. You just get out of here with your child and never talk to me again. You tried to play me for a fool, but in the end, you were uncovered. Did you really think that you were going to get away with this? Did you really think that nobody was going to find out? In the end, it seems that you're the fool here.
But we were so happy together. Can't we just go back to that time?
It seems like you're really starting to lose your mind and go crazy. Why would anybody forgive you after what you did? I've already wasted enough of my life with you, and I'm not going to waste any more. I cared so much about you, but you didn't care about me. You're only asking for forgiveness because you're worried about yourself. You don't care about anybody else.
I know that you still care about me. Please take me back into your life. We can start again and rebuild a happy marriage. I don't want to face a future without you. I'm going to be sorry about what I did forever and ever. It's never going to leave me. If only you could understand how sorry I feel. Please give me another chance. My parents have abandoned me, and I have nothing to live for. I have no future. I don't know how I'm going to survive.
Why don't you just run off with Kyle and live together? I'm sure he can look after you. You and him were having an affair together. You clearly like each other, so why don't you get together?
He's lost his job at his company, and he has no future either. I think he'd be a useless partner. I will run away, but not with him.
So you want me back because your secret boyfriend is a loser? Do you really think I'm going to fall for this? Do you really think I'm going to accept you back into my life? We can't just turn back time and go back to how things were. Things have changed forever. There will be no forgiveness. You have committed a sin that cannot be forgiven.
I think we've all said enough today. I think there's nothing more to say. You don't have to listen to her anymore. It's time for us all to just walk away and leave each other alone. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
You can't just leave me like this. You can't just abandon somebody that you cared so much for. Once you love somebody, you love them forever. How can your feelings change so quickly? You're going to ruin my life.
Are you crazy? I really can't understand how you think the world revolves around you. It doesn't. You've made too many mistakes for me to give you any sympathy. Your life may be heading for dark times, but you only have yourself to blame. You've lost your husband, your family, and even the boyfriend you were cheating with. You need to take a good hard look at yourself and how you behave. You're to blame. Maybe after a period of time, you can start to rebuild your life. But right now, you're going to get nothing from me. You had a child and you didn't even care who the father was. You didn't care about anybody else but yourself. Do you even understand how serious this crime was?
It was all a terrible mistake and a big accident. It wasn't intentional at all. If I could turn back time and change things, then I would. But sadly, I can't. I know I did wrong, but what you're doing now is just making things worse. I think we should try and compromise with each other and come to a solution that helps all of us. I think you're just trying to rub my face in the dirt.
But why should we try and help you after what you did? I'm really getting bored of talking to you right now. Can't you just leave us alone? If you want help, then go back to Kyle and ask him. He seems to be the most important man in your life. As far as I'm concerned, you're just a worthless person with no value.
How can you say this about me?
I think my wife's getting bored of you now. It would be nice if you just left us alone. You need to get on with your life. You've got a child to raise. Don't expect any help from anyone here. You have caused enough trouble in our lives. The best thing you can do now is just get out of here.
I agree. Leave us alone. Don't even think about coming back to us asking for money, because you're not going to get any. But how am I going to survive? How will I live?
I'm assuming you heard about Jane?
Oh, yes, I heard. I can't believe she would do such a thing. My poor Johnny. That Jane. She was doing all that behind everyone's back. I guess it goes to show you never really can know about a person.
Funny that you're the one saying that.
I'm sorry. What's that supposed to mean?
It means you knew the whole time, didn't you?
I didn't know anything. How could you accuse me of anything so terrible?
Maybe because it's true? Can you explain this photo? Because it looks to me like it's you, Jane, and Kyle all having lunch together.
Fine. Yeah, I knew about it. So what? Jane is like the daughter I never had. She confided in me when she got pregnant, and I kept it a secret. Plus, she gave me a grandchild, unlike you and David. It's only right that I protected their secret.
You really are such a garbage human being. She's not even your real daughter, and you aided in her affair with your own son? Don't you care at all about him? His life is a disaster right now, and rather than telling him or trying to end Jane's affair, you encouraged it.
Jane treated me nicely and always bought me everything I wanted without question. She knew how to treat her mother-in-law.
I'm sure she was just sucking up to you so you wouldn't snitch on her about her affair. Clearly it worked, you weak-minded hag.
You can insult me all you want. It just shows how low-class you are. Your words mean nothing to me. As long as I have my family, then I don't care about anything else.
And by family, who do you mean? Your real family or your fake affair family?
My real family is Jane and Kyle.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Sounds like Jane is running off with that affair baby of hers. Didn't she tell you? Plus, I don't think you understand you have absolutely no relation to that kid. You're not related to Jane, which means you're not related to her kid either.
You're lying. She wouldn't do that. I know her, and she would talk with me first if she decided to do anything like that.
Go ahead and try to call her. I bet you won't get through.
Oh my goodness, you're right. Is it true? Did she really run off?
That's what it looks like. So I guess you're out of luck now.
I guess I have to reach out to Johnny now to see how he's doing.
You can't be serious. Johnny wants nothing to do with you. He knows all about how you encouraged Jane's affair. He told me to tell you he never wants to talk to you again. In fact, none of us do. David and I never want to see you or talk to you ever again.
Seriously? Why? I didn't do anything wrong. I just wanted to be with Jane because she treated me right.
I can't believe you have the nerve to say that. You chose to abandon your own son who did absolutely nothing wrong for a woman you're not even related to. I'm not wasting any more of my time talking to a horrible person like you. This is the end, Hillary. I hope you realize what you've done. As expected, Jane ran off with her kid after her and Kyle split up. She completely cut contact with Hillary, too. Johnny was devastated by the whole situation, but now that a few weeks have passed, he's starting to be in higher spirits. Hillary tried flashing off her money again to bribe her way back into our lives. That's never going to happen. Money can fix a lot of things, but it can't fix a broken family relationship. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to see more content like this.